Mr. Azad, first and foremost, when a crowd is underestimated by such a large margin, I'm sure you saw the pictures yourself, all of them viral on social media, does the failure begin with intelligence gathering? Is it operational planning? Is it command on the group? Because reinforcements had to be sent in later from all the districts in the national capital.
Yes, you're right, that the intelligence failed in the sense that, there was also a kind of a political assessment that this kind of a protest is not going to go beyond, say, 5,000 or about 8,000. But when you have more than 50,000 people coming in from all sides, and mind you, this was not only in Delhi, it was all over. And I'm surprised how the intelligence would fail. There's no official word about it. I think it was more a kind of a political hubris that, this is a kind of agitation which is leaderless, which is sans politics, which is sans slogans, the ideologies left, right, or center, and that's why it can be contained. So when you are confronted, when the police is confronted with a mob of this size, then obviously in any agitation so far in the last 75 years is the repetition of the same incidents, the so-called police excesses, and also the excesses, that means the violence instituted from the size of the protesters. So I would say at the very beginning that it was a political lapse, because after all, police is just a tool. A political engagement in those 25 days would have not led to this. Now, it is obvious that a march to Parliament is not allowed. It cannot be allowed. Now, how does the police stop a crowd which is jumping over the barricades? There is no such thing called a mild lathi charge.
Yeah.
Yes, police did. So there was brutality from both sides. Police firing tear gas shells at the bodies, which is highly unprofessional, untrained. And number two, I saw incidents of even doctors who were trying to help out, and they were chased off by the police. That was also extremely wrong. But I saw policemen being dragged to one area. I saw stones being thrown at them.
Yeah.
And if you see the final count of injuries, there are 118 policemen injured, and there are 7 to 80 protesters injured. So where does the responsibility lie? Responsibility lie on the political regime not to have allowed this. And that's exactly what I'll say in the end, that yes, there were faults from both sides, the police and the protesters, but political, sagacity would have prevented this kind of an.
The excesses and the lapses, and of course the grey area in which the police has to work, because police are expected to maintain law and order, but they're also expected to facilitate a peaceful protest. Those numbers that you just highlighted, Mr. Azad, you see, this entire situation, do you think it could have been diffused had there been better negotiation early on in the day, when the Jantar Mantar area was about to be, the people had started coming in, it was starting to swell up? That negotiation that happened between the organizers and the Delhi police right at the outset, could that have played a bigger and a key role?
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. For example, a reasoned police commissioner would have said that Sonam Wangchuk can be here, but the medical test can be done hourly, 8-hourly. That's exactly what we do when somebody is on fast. His vitals were fine. His parameters were okay. Therefore, unless the doctors say, no, now this is the time to lift him, we don't lift him. That's number one. Number two is, if the negotiations would have been there, because they had clear set demands. The demands were that you give 1 crore to these 22 people who had died in the NEET, tragedy, and also that Dharmendra Pradhan should resign. Are these illegitimate demands? Aren't they demands which are absolutely legitimate in any system? And this is a democracy. Number three, were the protests legitimate? Of course they were legitimate. And therefore, what did they ask for? They said somebody should meet us. And that's exactly what happened later. So if this could have been prevented, this could have been prevented by a simple political process which could have been initiated at that time.